15.3% of people in Generation Z are maxing out their credit cards, and auto loan delinquencies are up. Today, I read an article on foxbusiness.com written by Christopher Murray titled, "Credit Card Usage is Up as Inflation Continues to Rise." The author of this article referenced a Borrow Money survey which found 65% of respondents blame their added credit card usage on inflated prices for essentials like groceries and utilities. 55% cite the increased cost of living as the reason behind their reliance on credit cards. Well, my friends, I understand their pain. Every time I go to the grocery store or home improvement store or a restaurant, I am shocked by how much everything costs. I can understand the increased cost of living as well. My car insurance went up, my cell phone bill went up, and my medical costs went up, and nothing has changed on my side of the fence. I truly feel bad for everyday Americans who are struggling financially and resorting to credit cards. Even for those trying to be responsible with credit card usage, the amount that you charge can creep up on you. All those little charges add up to a lot of money at the end of the billing cycle. Some don't have the money to pay off their balances, so they have to start paying interest on all of that debt. In today's high interest rate environment, this is very problematic. Getting back to the article, the survey revealed that most respondents plan to use the money they get back from tax refunds to help with their financial situation. 42% of people plan to pay off debts with tax refund money, and 34% plan to save for emergencies. Every spring, I am always surprised by the number of people who are all excited about getting a tax refund. It's like little children waiting for Christmas. I admire those who plan to build up an emergency fund with their tax refund money. I think this is a wise move, especially if they put that money in an account that is paying a decent amount of interest. Who knows what could happen with our economy? I think people could sleep better at night knowing they have enough money to cover all of their bills for several months in the event they get laid off. People might also sleep better at night knowing they have money to cover a car repair or a medical expense that is unexpected. Life isn't cheap, and I don't think it is a good idea to use a credit card for emergencies in today's high interest rate environment. This is how some people land themselves in financial trouble. The author of this article went on to reference a TransUnion study which reported Gen Zers have credit cards at much higher rates than millennials. Nearly 84% of Gen Z consumers have at least one credit card, which is higher than 61% of millennials who had at least one card 10 years ago. In my opinion, it's hard to get through life without a credit card these days. It may also be safer to use a credit card versus a debit card. I've had fraudulent purchases show up on both in the past, and the credit card companies have been easier to deal with than the banks. People simply need to use these credit cards responsibly. I use them every month, but I always pay off my balance in full, and I get a decent amount of money in cash back from these cards. Getting back to the article, the author referenced a PYMNTS study which found nearly 59% of Gen Z consumers live paycheck to paycheck, compared to 51% of baby boomers and seniors living paycheck to paycheck. Now here's what is interesting. The Gen Z respondents said their financial strains relate to spending too much on non-essentials, while a small 7.5% of respondents said unstable job situations are the number one reason they struggle. Here are my thoughts. I did some traveling this past weekend. I saw a lot of young people spending a lot of money on frivolous things with credit cards. I had to wonder, how many have the ability to pay off those purchases at the end of the billing cycle? Some of the stuff that I saw people buying will just end up in a garage sale someday, and it probably won't even sell. It will probably just get donated to Goodwill. For a lot of people, it's fun to spend money, but it's not so fun to figure out how to pay off the credit card debt. I feel for those who are living paycheck to paycheck. People in that situation need to take a close look at their spending and find ways to cut back. Little purchases each day add up at the end of the billing cycle. Some people spend a lot of money dining out or buying coffee each day. Others like buying drinks in the evening with friends. This can get really out of hand. I've had friends in the past who have told me they couldn't believe what their bar tab was at the end of the night. Not everyone is spending frivolously, though. Some Americans are doing their best to live beneath their means, but it's not enough. Their wages have not kept pace with inflation. Some are struggling in our new financial reality here in America. This is the price to pay for all of that quantitative easing. It is going to be very interesting to see what the future holds for hardworking everyday Americans in our country. What do you think about all of this? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. I read another interesting article today. This one was on Yahoo Finance, put out by Benzinga and written by Caleb Naismith, titled, "Avocado Toast Isn't the Problem. Gen Z faces maximum credit card debt and lower earnings compared to any other generation, finds the Fed." The author of this article referenced a report from the Federal Reserve which found that 15.3% of Gen Z are maxing out their credit cards, compared to 12.1% of millennials, 9.6% of Generation X, and 4.8% of baby boomers. The author went on to reference Joel Scally from the New York Fed, who said, in the first quarter of 2024, credit card and auto loan transition rates into serious delinquency continued to rise across all age groups. An increasing number of borrowers missed credit card payments, revealing worsening financial distress among some households. Well, my friends, this is another example of the disconnect between Wall Street and Main Street. While stocks have reached new highs and politicians tell us the economy is booming, there are everyday people who don't own stocks and are struggling financially. Some can't pay off their credit card debt, and others are about to get their vehicles repossessed. I have to wonder how many vehicles could get repossessed in the future. I also have to wonder what type of fallout will occur when this happens. I also wonder how it will impact the used vehicle market. If I were someone struggling to pay my credit card or my car loan, I would look at changing my living situation. I'd find the cheapest, safe place to live. I wouldn't be dining out or doing anything for entertainment. I'd be buying the cheapest and healthiest food I could at the grocery store and cook it at home. I'd also look for a way to bring in more income. I would do everything possible to avoid trashing my credit. Life gets more difficult when that happens in our modern society. What do you think about all of this? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.